Hello, this is Jonathan Lack,
And Sean Chapman.
and this is the audio commentary for Lie vs. Lay, an educational film. This is the opening credits. I made this using N64 footage, and it turned out pretty well. The music is from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, actually. Pirated that soundtrack.
Yep, there's Thomas. His name really small at the bottom.
That's cool. Okay, so yeah, I edited this movie. He did photography. Tell us a little bit about photography, Sean.
Well, pretty much. I just went to save films and filmed stuff. Moved the camera around. Had Jonathan tell me what to do, even though it was usually wrong.
No, it wasn't.
It was
Don't
always
listen
wrong.
to him. It was not always wrong. Okay, so yeah, we wrote, produced, and directed this. I like this footage. This was just 4 computer players on level 9 playing together, and it worked pretty well. Okay, so we're coming up on the first. Okay, this is from The Wizard of Oz, and I've always wanted to open a video with this, and so I plugged the PS2 in and got a DVD, and so this is the opening little thing, dedication on The Wizard of Oz, and we too dedicate this video to the young in heart.
I guess Jonathan does. I don't really. Okay, here we go. We're starting it up.
This first shot took about... Okay, that's later. That was supposed to be someone dead, but we didn't have a shot of the loitering, so we threw it in there. This first one took forever. We screwed it up so much.
It's actually pretty amusing.
Just trying to capture the video. Like, okay, so this is the Karen the Australian Robot. Let's talk a little bit about this. There's a site called sitepal.com, and you put stuff in, like words, and it'll read it out, and you could pick about 100 different voices with different nationalities, and we went with Karen from Australia.
Yeah, Karen the Australian Robot. She was really good to work with. She added something to the cast, I thought.
She did. I think she was quite the find, and it was a big casting search. Like I said, hundreds of voices. Hundreds.
Mm-hmm.
So
here's our little running shot here. It was beautiful.
Yeah, that
Beautiful
turned out well.
cinematography.
This is probably the one that turned out best, just with the crunching and then the overlay of dialogue. And the crunching was not actually Lay's potato chips, we're sorry to say. It was, what were they? They were little potato cakes.
Yeah, rice cakes.
Rice cakes, yeah.
Thomas really loved them.
Thomas liked them. He ate the whole bag. He ate like half of it before we started doing the actual crunching. So, but that's Thomas actually eating something that kind of resembles chips. So, I think that was a good effect. We could have, just gone in and found a crunching sound, but we really had someone, crunching. So
Yeah.
that worked well.
Nope, here we go.
This
Here's
is the best scene.
The John Denver music. Really love that. I like what I did with the spinning camera there.
And see, we weren't planning on filming this stuff with the Banshee. He was just at the wrong base, and he had to get over here. So we did this. Did this shot, and then when we were watching it, we weren't planning on shooting it, and I just started singing, "I'm leaving on a jet plane," and he was like, we both started laughing, and we had to find it, and so we used it. And I love this shot too. There's hardly any editing in here. It just turned out well. We actually pre-recorded all the dialogue and then shot it, and I didn't think this was going to work so well, but this went right in there.
Yeah, everything seemed to sync up really well. I think we're pretty lucky.
Yeah, we are. So,
there we go.
He just killed the guy with this high-pitched voice. We thought that would be funny. Okay, so now we're back on the beach, talking. All this stuff was pretty easy. Just when they were just talking. That was probably the easiest stuff.
Yeah, the hard stuff was usually when we had to have 2 characters talking and then do some action.
But, yeah, I think we're coming up on Roland. No, this is Roland. And Robert, the smart guy, comes over in the Ghost. And then we start this epic card.
Yeah, and for
chase.
obvious reasons, I voiced Robert, the smart guy, so
yeah, whatever.
Just a little note there.
Obvious because Robert is his middle name. He's not making a comment about intelligence. But, okay, so this was probably the hardest one. We did this so badly, but it turned out okay in the end. It took a lot of editing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, right here, I mean, God, I think I'm looping shots. I'm probably using a total of like 20 seconds and putting it in over and over and in different places because that was like all the usable footage we had. So he's just talking. Oh, we're coming up on the big chase with the Ghost and the Mongoose, and that was great because Sean just kind of moved the camera around dynamically, and we didn't have to do any editing. Just left it like this.
Yeah, we thought it would be a really hard shot, but it was actually really easy.
The easiest part of the movie, probably. And then for music, Sean was looking at his iPod, and we were thinking, and we couldn't think of anything, and then he finally just started playing Run for Your Life by the Beatles, and it clicked. It's weird, but it works really well.
It's also just really funny because it's a really happy song talking about threatening women. Yeah.
Yes. John Lennon actually said he wished he didn't write that song, and I can sort of see why, but I like it. Works well for this. So we're coming up on him getting splattered, getting shot, and bam! All right, he's
and
dead.
the death scream there, that was actually in the game.
In
Jonathan
the game,
didn't make that.
Nope. Okay, so now Robert has taken over the hosting duties, and at 5 minutes into the video, we finally reached the educational portion.
Yeah.
So, there's him. This was another shot that took forever to get right. God. He's talking about his sniper rifle.
Yep.
There's really nothing to... Okay, present
Present
tense. Yeah, this is sort of lame. Good thing we're talking over it, so people can't hear it, because it's sort of embarrassing, but it's good. I like it. Alright, so let's just talk about, I guess, a little bit about how the method, how we did this, since there's nothing else to talk right here. What we would do is we just played the game and had them moving up and down, so it looked like talking, with another character looking at them to see if it looked right. And then Halo 3 has a saved films function where you can go in and watch what you've done and use an actual camera. And so that's what we did to get the camera angles, and then we captured it onto the computer with this USB capture card. And so Sean controlled the camera, he was the director of photography.
I also blew people up. I killed them a lot.
Uh-huh.
That was always fun.
Yes. So Roland just got blown up again. I think he dies about 5 times total in the video. It's
he
pretty
dies
funny.
a lot. And
Okay,
that's actually his dead body that's in those shots that you see.
Or in the loitering shots and some others. It's his dead body there. We were planning to have the dead body from there, but at that point we were running out of time, so we just went into the Guardian footage, scene 6. We shot this in 6 scenes, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I still think those red things on his arms just look suspiciously like swastikas. But
I don't think they'll look that much like it.
Okay. Well, okay, scene 6. This was the last one. This was really easy. They were just standing there talking. Didn't have to do too much editing. Guardian's a good map. It's dynamic for this purpose.
Yeah, I like the visuals.
Yeah. Okay, and of course, it took him 2 times to bash me, to kill me, and it should have worked in 1, but we don't know why it took 2. So what we had to do is I did a quick cut, and it didn't turn out too good, but he just sort of disappears, and it's funny, so we left it in. And so now he's the alliteration king.
Yeah.
We put that in when we looked at the script, and it was so many L's. We were just reading it back, and we're like, oh my god, that's a lot of L's. He's the alliteration king.
Yeah, I am the alliteration king.
Of course, it's kind of funny. Okay, now we're done. But it was kind of funny because Sean had trouble with some of the earlier simple lines, and then when he had all those L's, I think we got both of those lines in one take.
Yeah.
And those are probably the most complex.
Oh, there we go. I was the Irish Spartan.
Irish
I'm
Spartan
actually
was great.
Irish.
Yep, and Irish, that was not in the script. We improvised that. Karen the Astronaut Robot, props to her again. That was great. John Denver, John Lennon, they're both dead. Just like to point that out.
really
Paul
good.
McCartney is still alive, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so special thanks to Thomas and Bungie, the greatest game company in the